Welcome back to another Tuesday Jammit drum lesson. I'm Nate Brown. In this lesson, we're going to go over some Buddy Rich. And for those of you that may not be interested in that swing or big band feel, I'm also going to go over a technique for playing a little faster strokes on the hi-hat or anywhere around the drums. It's a good technique, but I do encourage you to try to learn these grooves as well. It's good to be a well-rounded drummer in one sense. If you haven't checked out the Jammit app, make sure you do it. One of the features, and it's really cool for this song, is that you can turn off the rest of the music and just listen to the actual drum part recorded. And listening to Buddy Rich play this is just in itself cool. And then you can do the opposite thing, turn the drums off, and just play along with the music once you learn this, or if you want to improvise your own parts. It's a lot of fun, too. Load this onto your Jammit app and click Theme 1. It'll take you right to measure 6. And specifically in this lesson, we're going to go over measure 6 through 11. You'll see that these grooves are notated with eighth notes and quarter notes. That's just to make the reading simpler. That we use a metric modulation where the eighth notes are going to be played swing. And that X with a circle around it on Jammit means it's an open hi-hat. I'm going to recommend that you don't open it too much. Buddy Rich uses a style a lot of times with this real loose hi-hat. He like a lot of wash to it. So your normal strokes might be loose, and then your open strokes just going to be a little looser. We have that classic jazz or swing pattern for measure 6. Now the difference here is that bass drum is playing eighth notes. Now in rock music, you want that bass drum to be the heart of the music. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know why I didn't rhythm shots. Or stick shots. Bam, 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 bam. In this, it's just going to be real quiet. It's going to be driving the music almost like you would with eighth notes with the hi-hat. And we can loosen it up. We're about here. And make sure you get those second two strokes real close. A lot of times people want to go, well, not that. Like this. You got to have that swing. That beat continues, and at measure 9, there's a drum fill. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. And what's difficult here is you've got 2 bass in a row because measure 10 starts with a bass drum. Here you go. I'll play measure 8, 9, and 10 so that you can hear what that fill sounds like. Well, I didn't finish 10, but I started 10. Measure 11 is the next fill, and this is just a little hi-hat trick. I'll play measures 10 and 11 for you so you can hear that technique. This is when I like to use the technique I talked about at the beginning of the lesson to get a faster stroke, because I won't play the open hi-hats on 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 when you're playing it fast. That can be difficult to do, especially when you have to hit the and of 1 on measure 11 harder. So when I'm doing this in my mind, I'm just playing this pattern all the way up to count 1. That's what I'm thinking. 1, 3, 4, and 1. Now it's difficult to get another stroke because I have 4 in a row. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So after 1, with my regular stroke, I hit it kind of with my arm, push down. See that? Da 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 ah. Da 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 ah. Also, it helps to accent when you hit that side of the cymbal or the edge of the cymbal. So this technique works, and a lot of people refer to it as the Möller technique. And when you think about it, if you only had one stroke type, say the only stroke I could play is with my right stick, I can only go so fast. When I throw in another stroke with the left, I can double it. It's a similar concept, but with one hand. If I have 2 stroke types, then I can play twice as fast, in theory anyway. So the stroke was the arm, and you see when you do that, you have open for a finger stroke. You're just bringing your arm back and forth. So going down and then up is actually 2 strokes. So arm and then the finger stroke, arm, finger stroke. And using that technique, you can play those 16th notes and not wear out, throughout the song. Back and forth between the bell. Anyway, it's just a fun technique to mess around with. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Jammit lesson. Even if you're not into swing, it is a good thing to learn, just so that you have your drumming's not so narrow. You got a lot of opportunities and a lot of choices. And don't forget to check out Jammit. See you next week. Keep drumming.